single one of you's a bit Jesus. What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Oh man, do you know, I don't know if anyone is watching or if anyone can hear me.
Friends and neighbours have confidence that the team.
I've totally forgotten how you do this. This is ridiculous.
But now you start to see it. Never enough. I cannot believe you.
Oh, I need to check my headset because I cannot remember where the volume control is.
Are you saying that
Hang on.
plants will cure death?
Jog off. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson. Our main headlines tonight.
Studying starting!
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus. What a wild ride this has been.
Never mind.
Well, that's
Right.
a very blunt question.
I mean, I should really retweet this, shouldn't I? Okay, hang on.
Have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
Where's my mobile gone? Right, okay. Okay, let's put those down for a second.
Jog off. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson. Our main headlines tonight.
Studying starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
And here we are, the first Dr. Farley stream of the year, yes.
Hey, there's someone there, that's nice.
Friends and neighbours
Let me just send this out.
will keep you safe.
But now,
Oi. We all good.
never
Oi, oi.
enough. Never enough. I cannot believe you, Helen.
Bear with me a second, because I'm just
Are you saying that
sorting out the old
plants will
tweet
cure
stuff.
Still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
death? Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson. Our main headlines tonight.
Okay, that's that done. Right, now I can put this back on
Every single one of you's a bit
and find my controllers. Ah, where are they? There they are. God, weird. This is weird because this is the first time I've been on this for since last year. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. Right, there we go. All done. I don't know if anyone's watching or
PSVR2.
what's going on, because the other problem I've got here is one of the reasons it's a bit difficult to do this to do VR stuff is because you don't get any feedback as to what's going on. So I guess I tell you what. I mean, what's quite funny about this is I just found out
In here so far.
I could actually switch on a camera, but I'm not going to do that because I haven't set it up and it'll just be weird. Sorry, how does the sound? Is it alright?
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
headlines tonight.
Starting! Starting!
Fine by me.
Good. Okay,
Fine so far.
that's good, because, yeah, that means I haven't got to make a load of changes and everything, which is nice, because I have very little control over this at the moment. But anyway, welcome to my first stream of this new year of 2024. This is not for broadcast. There is a 2D version of this, that, you know, flat version, is it, or whatever it is you want to call it.
Never been clearer, winking face with tongue.
Yeah.
Confidence that the
Yeah.
you say.
I do want to turn this down a bit, actually, because it is a bit loud. There we go. That's better. Because I just realised I can't figure out how to turn down the volume on the actual headset. I don't know if you can.
Censorship begins.
So yeah, so this is not for broadcast. It's like a VR game about censorship. So I don't really know that much about it, apart from Matt was like, you should play this because it looks good, and I'm like, yeah, it does look my kind of thing. Now the only problem is look, as you can see, I'm right close to there. So if I move my chair a bit, now the only problem about that is if you can hear another sort of whirring sound. That's because I've got a fan set up for while I'm doing this. That's better. That's more space. The reason being is because last time I played a VR game, I felt really sort of nauseous, and this time I just thought, you know, better to be safe. I've got a fan on. I tried to open the window, but Chen wasn't happy about it because she just said people will be outside, will be able to hear you shouting and stuff. So. Yeah, I had to do that. No, this is not a game from Matt's studio. This is, yeah, I don't know who made it, but yeah. Anyway, it's about censorship and propaganda, so it's right up my street. Let's play. Right, recommended. A balanced experience. I mean, I'm thinking I might do intern. The reason being, or should I just do broadcaster? Non-broadcaster and viewer aim to provide a reasonable challenge. Okay, the first person that says the difficulty, as long as it's broadcaster or below, I will do it.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Intern.
Okay.
Broadcast.
Non-broadcaster, less demanding. Viewers don't switch off. I mean, I see. I want to have a nice experience with this, which is why I'm thinking intern. So I'm going to do intern. Here we go.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
God, it's still a bit loud. You train, okay, that's good. Oh, this does look fascinating. Oh, okay, I'm a bit close there. That's better. Oh, have I got to pick this up?
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Yeah, sure.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a
That
couple
one.
of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Alright, I could do that, but first of all... Well, that's pretty good. Alright, let's... how do I do that? There we go.
Potato.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Unfortunately,
Jacket.
fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of video clips on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
There we go.
Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Okay, I'm good.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Which one's screen? How do I do that?
You don't seem
Oh.
to make me go out and posture.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me porn every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown.
3, 2, 1, match.
As well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with me
How do all?
about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance Headquarters.
I'm a bit nervous. Oh, what do I do?
Have to say on their historic...
Shy lad.
2, in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
There we go.
Matt.
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
I can do that. Or I could do it now while he's having his makeup done. But I think I'm going to do this properly for the moment.
Gangster. A up west side.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on that machine at the bottom right and use the slider that's flashing there to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual
What do I do?
and of being
Hurry up, mate. We're losing audience. Use the slider.
defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However,
There we go.
former Home Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now, the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
Wait, which one is it? I'll press...
Fucking ad, mate.
I can't... I don't know how!
Wanker search is running late. Oh, I think he's asking about the election.
Play the fucking ad before
I don't know how!
Half
Oh, no, there.
See we use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
fuck me. James.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
I didn't know the eject one was that one. Okay. That wasn't good.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing
Incredible. Brave Shadow Legend add in free. Lol. And this is going exactly as planned for Matt, all for the content.
But here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough.
This sounds way too complicated.
Doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you?
Oh, wow.
Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
At Mashai's Mile Evening.
Quiet in the studio. Thank you so much. 10 seconds.
Hi Ryan 95,850.
5, 4.
Matt.
Wait.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf,
There you
culture
did it.
correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to the
go to
shock
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe me.
Woot.
That being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
the medicated. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, I was like the rat. That's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
He's a wonderful chap. He really is.
Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I said to Peter, "What a wild ride this has been." And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question.
I'm nailing this.
And not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. And I
Been on that show a bit long.
and often that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Censor him.
Giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that
He's in it for drugs. Just don't fuck up the ad break low.
change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months.
Remember the 10-second rule?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to we're in at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the slider, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by gently pushing the stick to the right.
I can do that.
No, mate, drag right. Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
In the audience, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Huh? Huh?
Lovely, mate.
You, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time, but this time, move the joystick up. Upwards, mate, upwards.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Jubbly.
Drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
No, don't.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
I think I've done that.
The virus.
Oh, too much.
This formula, this is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Big jubbly.
Right, there we go.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
I can do that. Right, I'm going to play...
Didn't he say jobby face with tears of joy?
Can I play Come to Bumley? Oh, hang on.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2
Where?
seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast.
Where's the bleep button?
You need to hold down the censor button for
Okay.
as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line.
Oh, okay.
Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear.
Ah.
Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little
Jubbly, jobby. Same this.
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. It's set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
85 minutes from the coast.
Okay, I can try.
And 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live, that's too late. You can use the vision mixing buttons on the left to select the screen you want.
Seriously?
Hadworth. Bye.
What happened to? I can do this.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. I'm told we can now where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you,
Oh, shit.
you saw right through their shit.
Merry Christmas, be bastard, be pants.
I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a grin is funny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things.
But that's been the greatest full male's name of all time. Does Twitch allow naughty words?
I don't know.
Perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitty pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers. the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting.
This game seems very in-depth for a VR game.
It's pretty cool, honestly. I'm really enjoying this.
Bastard public school snobs have got
He got bleep before it was even the time.
You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours.
Throw some random beats in.
So to you posh twats.
The people pay inhabitants to serve them drinks in their private places.
This is fucking great.
Children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer. It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair
What?
again.
What speaker?
Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the display. Hopefully we got that properly in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Dalton. Have a peaceful journey, Dalton. Have a peaceful...
Looks like you've got it now. Thanks for real.
There we go.
Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Boring politics, then? This is some weird fever dream. Am I dying now? You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night. You're not coming for a drink? No, got a date. Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Build your collection week by week.
Nice. I got a B. I'm quite happy with that.
From tomatoes and oils to leafy greens and lovely grains. This really is the
I can't reach that. That's annoying. Okay, let's continue.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went, each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about
Oh, there's an Atari down there.
Mouth. Teletext.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got a graph here showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And
As Mashai smile, this is an old man game face with tears of joy.
I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall.
Cool.
That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of
At Ryan 95,850, that's good. Because I'm an old man.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
Nice.
Right, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked in the public. There's 3 sections.
I think I still need to move across a bit because of the whole problem.
I feel you know. This 28 is brutal low. This is where we find out Shai is in his 70s.
There we go. And now I can touch things better. What's this? So broadcasts?
Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done.
Oh,
Choose
okay.
any one of
Now. Nor early 40s.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz
Okay,
tonight.
I don't really watch the whole of that.
Right, now let's take a look at the rushes. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show.
Oh, interesting.
And give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability at the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3...
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
So how do I...
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What?
Oh, like that. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue. Okay, great. I'm setting a good example here. I need to survive this, don't I? Let's just recommend they do that. An entire was fired today for consistent underperformance. I'm still going to leave work on time.
Good evening, Dr. Farley.
Good evening. Oh man, this is a lot of questions. Your ideal holiday guest would be it's that one. Oh dear. Okay. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying out the photo. Look at the window, brush your back. I mean, is this guy an arsehole? Because if he's got loads of money and he's trying to flee with it, I don't feel great about that. No, I'm not giving you money. Oh, I feel guilty now.
Tapping out for the evening as I need a shower and a shave. Enjoy the rest of the stream and have an awesome weekend, and it's not long till.
Thanks, whoever that is. I don't know who it is because I can't see. Alright, go on.
95,850.
There you go. Oh, go on.
It was me, Ryan. Cheers, James.
Great.
Support the channel by subscribing.
Have a good weekend.
Subscribe at https://twitch.tv/subs/TCGSCO or connect your Amazon Prime account to subscribe to the channel.
Okay, well that was interesting. This is little sort of like moral questions or whatever. Like I'm doing Political Compass or something.
Night, Ryan.
Oh, I'm a bit close. I'm way too close. Right, there we go. Oh, here we go. Alright, Dave.
Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
They are on, right?
And the trip switch, mate,
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
nothing's going to work. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decision.
It is the main one to phone in. There you go.
I mean, that one looks great.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here,
Okay.
or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Now, you're in auto headline mode, so if you don't bother to pick a photo before that clock runs out, the machine's just going to pick one at random for you. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives.
He always be.
Choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time off, I'll be back in the next break.
James, you should really read the post-it notes on the adverts.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own...
So what am I doing now? Do I need to...
Let me stress the mood. 10 seconds, everybody!
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3...
Let chaos reign.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker.
Oh.
With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic,
Whatever.
unfavourable already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guests whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington's fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehearts. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wall and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensport have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have."
Nice.
Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving the pitch, one of the capital's. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, science.
And grievous bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, a mega move with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody.
There you go. I've forgotten what I have to do when it changes, right? Oh, what's happened? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's all gone wrong.
In the wake of the government,
God, that was close.
Of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book.
Keep her.
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threats that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't...
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already They're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Hooray, I did it!
I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Right. I'm off. Mock Turtle out.
See you later, Mock Turtle Soup. Thanks for coming and having a look.
I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
How's it going, actually? Fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later, bye!
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said a bit of word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. His little cheeky's going to the big bird caught you with water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy
5,
you.
4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go by the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and
needs more swearing.
Those on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't anything done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers.
It's all going wrong.
We need change at a structural level.
Shit! It's all going wrong.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes, Jeremy. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Jack.
We need legislation.
That went a bit wrong.
To relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all do.
Not this again.
The days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay.
Oh, shit.
We diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country.
Oh, he's a racist.
As the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the
Yep, he's a racist.
It clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Sorry, bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Give me a little help, please, dear. Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling.
Oh, not this again.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go, back in your gift space.
And
you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the paddock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boys. Mummy said...
Clive,
Well, okay.
Mummy said get back in your gift space. No! Naughty, you beast, Clive.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of the pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality points. And hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm going to let her go.
That you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just got to sit up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust. Open!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
Open! You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
You seem to have gotten your groove.
I have, with the censoring.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy?
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal there, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well,
I just love the beeping sound.
back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to clean up border...
You need to get one for this week's show.
around law and order.
I've always been tempted, honestly.
We'll be live with some... Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody. Well,
Piss off.
Smooth, incisive.
I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time,
That didn't go well.
you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
In the dressing room, banging his head against the wall. Look, it's alright, I've got this. I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot,
Shows I really enjoyed this game. the day-to-day vibes throughout.
A team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids...
Support the channel by subscribing. Subscribe at https://twitch.tv/subs/tcgsco or connect your Amazon Prime account to subscribe to the channel.
There was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
I could totally do this in real life.
Extracts from this play.
It's easy.
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like...
Lol.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, put it in, Coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Oh, it sounds awful.
Dear diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of tears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner? Oh, hi, Gary. Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father? Violent father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, Coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean, not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, Coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist.
These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah! And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
So what does this do? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be cheeky.
Oh, no.
How well you mix the song.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes! Oh.
I hate white people all now.
Tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these quacks out of my studio.
Oh man, that was something. Ugh. Ugh.
Wonder how we did.
Ah, grade B. See, once again, I'm gonna have to stop this in a minute because I feel ill, which is not good. Like, it's, I don't know why. I didn't used to have this problem in VR, but I really do at the moment. It gives me a big headache. Ugh, I'm gonna have to save and quit. Ugh. But I would have to say, this is pretty good, and I think I will go back to this and play some more, and probably finish it, because it's really quite interesting.
You're going to get the Vision Pro.
No, I'm not going to get a Vision Pro. Absolutely not. I don't have that sort of money laying around. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, everybody. I need to go immediately because my head feels like it's going to fall off. Yeah, thanks again. And I'd recommend this. It's good fun. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Bye-bye.